No, I'm not ready for another baby. I don't feel like I can give birth again. Not at all. It's a nightmare. Yeah, it's a nightmare for me to even think that I might be pregnant and I can die. It's a nightmare for me, but I was glad. I was happy. But I had told my mom, every time I left this house, I used to tell my mom, please take care of my baby. And then I knew my mom and my sister, I knew I had someone to take after my baby, so I wasn't worried as such. Yeah, I wanted to see my baby grow up, yes, but I wasn't worried that if anything happens to me, I knew my baby will be brought up well. Yeah.
So you saying you were prepared to die?
The second time I was, yes. This one, I knew I was not making it. Actually, I knew. I actually knew. I even cried when I was leaving this house, telling my mom to take after my baby, take care of my baby. That one I knew. I was so sure I was not going to make it. Yeah.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Mommy Tales. I'm actually so happy to have you here, so thank you for being here. In case you're new, my name is Marianne, and on this channel I share the experiences of women, mostly moms, who've gone through certain episodes in their lives that we can all learn from. And today's guest, Stephanie Rose, is no different. Now, most of the times we are told, women, pregnant women, go deliver in hospitals. Go for your antenatal clinics, go deliver in hospitals, make sure you attend your postnatal clinics. And many of us actually do that. But then it becomes so discouraging many times when you learn about a woman who lost her life while giving life. She passed away while giving life. And it's especially so discouraging when you learn that she passed away in hospital. The very place we are told is the best place for us to deliver our babies. And so many questions cross through our minds and we wonder, what went wrong? Like seriously, what went wrong? She was in the best hands, so what went wrong? And today, through Stephanie Rose's experience, we'll learn about some of the things that happen that puts the life of a new mom or a pregnant mom in danger. Stephanie Rose went through an experience after she delivered her baby, and she literally saw death. She stared death in the eye. Stephanie Rose lived to tell her story, and the purpose for me sharing this is for us to learn about the potential things that can go wrong and how we, as the people who surround the pregnant mom or the new mom, can look out for that can help save the life of this mom. So this is Stephanie Rose telling us her story in her own words.
Okay, my name is Stephanie Rose Wamboi Mwangi. I'm a mother of one, 3-year-old, 3 years, 5 months actually. Yeah.
And so tell us about your motherhood journey.
I had an easy pregnancy and delivered on my due date, actually 9th December 2017. On the morning of my due date, I started vomiting at around 6 a.m. in the morning. And being that I'm in the medical field, I knew that my baby is near. According to the hospitals where I had been on attachment, when a mother was vomiting, I used to see them rush to the labor room. And then I was told it's because it is when the mother vomits, it says the baby is near. So I called my mom in a hurry and I told her that my baby is due now. My baby will be born at home. Yeah, I thought my baby was coming actually, and then we rushed to the hospital, but shock on me. When we got to the hospital, they did the, what is the test called? The one they do with their fingers. Yeah, the vaginal test. I was 1 centimeter only. And then I had a very bad pain, not back pain, no, lower abdominal pain, like it was on my period pains. Yes, the pain was not really that bad because I thought labor pains were bad. That's what I have had. So we were told to go back home until I will be 3 centimeters. So my mom was mad, of course, because I was vomiting a lot, but we came back home. At around, I was still vomiting at around 1 p.m. At around 1 p.m., the vomiting became too much. So we had to go back to the hospital. I was 2 centimeters, but because of the vomiting, they said they will admit me. Yeah, I was admitted and put on a drip. And I was actually screaming and saying, no, 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 msiniweke maji ya uchungu, because I thought drip ni maji ya uchungu, unajua. And then they told me, Stephanie, no, we are not going to do that to you actually. You just only 2 centimeters, so we're just going to, you dehydrated. I could feel that my knees were weak. Yeah, my body was growing weak. So I was put on glucose. But the vomiting continued, but within that minute, I felt like I wanted to go to the restroom. And when I told the nurse, she just laughed at me and told me, Stefan, you just came right now. You're 2 centimeters. These ladies, you can see them here. Some of them came when they were 7 centimeters. Some came yesterday. They are still here. You've just arrived 30 minutes ago and you saying you want to go to the restroom. I said, yeah, I just feel like I want to poop. And then the lady just left and came with the medical graphs, the figure things, and then I was 10 centimeters, 30 minutes. Can you imagine? 30 minutes, yes. And I was lashed to the delivery room. Yeah, I had an easy birth, I can say that, because my baby just popped out. Yeah, but now the worst experience started at that time. When the baby came out, the placenta was supposed to fall, but my placenta didn't detach at all. So I heard the nurses saying, because I was very wide awake, because it was a normal birth, I didn't even have a tear. She was 2.6 kgs only, so she was a tiny baby. I didn't have even a tear. So I heard the nurse saying that, no, her placenta is not coming out, her placenta is not detaching. And then I asked what is supposed to happen, and they said the placenta is supposed to detach. So we waited. They gave me like 10 minutes. Nothing was happening, and then they said they are going to pull it out
Manually?
Yeah, manually. I didn't know about giving birth because she was my first baby. Yeah, I didn't know what was happening, but I heard everything they were saying, that they're going to pull it. And then the only thing I asked was, is it painful? And they said, no, we're going to put you on drugs. Yeah, and then they attached a drip on my hand. They put some drugs. Some of them I could hear their names because I'm a medic. Others I didn't know. And they pulled. Actually, didn't feel any pain. They pulled, and then they said, imetoka yote. That's what I heard. They just put the hand inside and pulled. Yeah, manually. With their hands. No, I didn't feel anything. They had put some strong painkillers, yeah, on the drip. Yeah, they just pulled with their hands. Actually, there were 3 of them. They were attending to me, the 3 of them. And then one of them said, imetoka yote. And then the other one asked, na kama haijatoka yote? And they said, we're going to put misoprostol. Misoprostol is used to induce labor. So if they put the insert actually through the vagina, it's going to make the uterus contract, and if anything is remaining, the placenta is remaining, it is going to be expelled. So yeah, I left the labor room and went to my bed, but they had to hold me because I was like a drunk person actually because of the medication. And then they took my baby to the nursery so that I could get some rest. Yeah, I rested, and the following day I was discharged because it was a normal delivery. But before we were discharged, because my mom was asking me, aren't you in pain? And I was like, which pain? You don't have episiotomy? And I told my mom, no, I didn't have any tear or cut. And then she said, nah, you're lucky. And then she asked me, what else happened? And nikamwambia, I had the placenta detached and they pulled it. And then she said, are you sure ilitoka yote? And I said, I think they said it was out, all of it. Then, yeah, my mom said, my mom asked them, can't we do an ultrasound to check if everything is out? And they said, Mom, we are very sure. And if it is not, we've done some medication that is going to expel it. Okay, and I was discharged. I came home with a new bundle of joy. I thought it was a bundle of joy, but it was the start of my pains. Yeah, and just like a new mother, when we came home, I didn't have any milk. Yeah, so I tried to breastfeed my baby. There was not even nothing, actually nothing at all. And my mom said it's normal for a new mother. And we bought naan for the baby. We gave the baby and the baby slept. Yeah, we gave the baby the naan until on the 14th day. Remember, I've not had any breast milk. You couldn't even tell I'm a new mother. There was no milk at all. I wasn't even staining my clothes, nothing.
There was no milk completely?
Completely.
So your baby wasn't breastfeeding at all?
At all. There was no milk. My mom tried giving me njahe. I hate those things. Njahe without salt. Yeah, salt does dehydration, so I'm supposed to take them without salt. Soup without salt. Yeah. Yeah, I did all that because I really wanted to breastfeed my baby. Yeah. Nothing changed until on the 14th day, after I gave birth on the 14th day, my bro's baby was skipping a rope outside here. And then I said, I want to skip so that this belly fat can go away. And I started skipping, then I got tired. I went inside the house and sat down. When I I picked my baby and sat down in the house, and I felt something warm, like water, like gushing, yeah, from underneath. And I went to check what was happening, and I saw blood flowing outside. Yeah, it was like an open river, yani like a dam which had been blocked and then the water was let out. Yeah, that's what was happening, and I panicked. I called my mom. The best thing is that my mom was around, even my dad was around. I called my mom, and when my mom came, she found the blood flowing towards the door. I think she was shocked, but she didn't want to show me. And then she picked the baby, gave to my dad, and then tried to tell me to stand up, but I couldn't. I thought if I could stand, the blood will flow and then I will be drained, I'll die. Then I thought of dying, actually. I thought nitamwagika niishe. That's what came in my mind. So I refused to stand up from where I was seated. My mom had to kunivuruta hivi na mikono, yeah. And then when I stood, the blood was still flowing. My mom took a large towel, put it underneath, no, but the blood could not be held by the towel. It was going through it, yeah, soaking the towel, yeah. And she called our driver, and I was lashed to the hospital. We went to where I gave birth because we couldn't go anywhere else, because I thought it was risky, because where I gave birth they had my file, so they knew what was happening. On the way, I was feeling very thirsty. I told Mom I want to take some cold Fanta orange, but my mom kept telling me, no, wacha tufike Jose, I'm going to buy for you when we reach there. She was dragging me, but I think she was feeling weird that I'm asking something cold to drink, yeah. And then I felt like I was losing consciousness. So I told my mom, I have some money in my M-Pesa. My M-Pesa pin is this and this. And then I told my mom, in case of anything, please take care of my daughter.
Did you think you were dying?
Yeah, there was a time I felt, yeah, I know what was happening to me. I knew it was postpartum? Yeah, postpartum hemorrhage. So I knew what was happening to me, and I knew it was risky, because I knew if this is happening, it's because of the retained placenta. Yeah. So I knew I might die. Yeah, and I told my mom to look after my daughter in case of anything. But my mom told me, no, you're not going anywhere. You're going to raise your daughter. Yeah, when we reached to the hospital, I think I fell somewhere on the way. I didn't know how we got to the hospital, and I only heard the doctor saying, "Ati hiyo imetoka yote." They thought I was pregnant. Yeah, I heard from far, "Hiyo imetoka yote," and I was like, "Nini imetoka yote?" And then I tried to shout and said, "No, I'm not pregnant, I'm not pregnant." And my mom told them, "No, she's not pregnant. She gave birth 14 days ago in this hospital." Then they asked, "What has her name?" Then my mom said, "Stephanie." And then they pulled my file, they checked and said, "Postpartum." And then they rushed me to the wards, to the emergency room. Yeah, not to the wards, to the emergency room. They did a first aid and the bleeding stopped kidogo. And then they called their gynecologist. And when the gynecologist came, she just said they are going to put me on some drugs, and whatever is remaining, it's going to be expelled. So they put me on a drip and then took me to the wards, and then they told my mom to bring my baby. Then my mom told them, "No, I can't bring her baby. She's not even breastfeeding. Why am I bringing the baby to her?" So my mom left. I slept there overnight, and the following day, actually, I wasn't bleeding at all, by the way. I wasn't bleeding at all. Yes, it had stopped, and I was discharged. Yes, with medication. But before we left,
were you in pain?
No, I wasn't in pain. Nothing at all. Nothing, no pain, nothing. Just bleeding. Yes, and my mom asked them, "Why are you discharging her without doing an ultrasound?" Then they said, "If you're going to do an ultrasound to her, then you have to pay for it." My mom said, "I said I'm paying. Even when you admitted her, I paid. Even before you admitted her, I had paid. So I'm paying for the ultrasound." And then my mom paid, and then I went for the ultrasound, and yeah, there were some remnants. They said some remnants remaining, but because of the drugs that they had put on the drip, that it was going to be expelled. Then they gave me some, was it 4 tablets? Yeah, 4 tablets, and I was told to put them under the tongue here. Yes, and they were going to cause some contraction. I don't know what a contraction, because I never felt any pain. And when I came home, the bleeding stopped completely. There was no bleeding. We stayed like, I was sick on a Saturday. I was discharged on Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I woke up feeling type of like I don't have any energy, and I just went back to bed. I slept and woke up at around 3 p.m. Yeah, it was 3 p.m. because I asked my sister was around. I asked her, "Mbona hamkuniamsha?" And then she said, "No, you look tired." We said, why are we supposed to disturb you? And the baby is not breastfeeding, we're giving her a bottle, so there is no need. I said, "It's okay, but I'm feeling thirsty." Yeah, I was given some tea. I was still thirsty. I was given some cold water. I was still thirsty. And then I asked for a cold soda, Fanta orange to be specific. Again, a very cold one. I took that, and the queue was still there. I was still thirsty. Yes, I was still thirsty. But I just sat there. My body had no energy. I was feeling like I'm drained. Sijui kama unajua venye mtu sikia hivyo tu, you don't want to do anything, you don't want to talk, you just want to feel wishy like that. Yeah. Then at around was it around 7? At around 7 p.m. I said I want to warm some tea. My sister told me, "No, sit down, I'll warm for you." I said, "No. You're treating me like a baby in this house. I want to do something for myself." So I took a sufuria, put some tea, and then when I was going to write the banner, that's when my sister said something. I don't know what she said, and then we started laughing, and then my mom was like, "Chekeni tu kama venye brother yenyu alikuwa anacheka." My brother is late, our firstborn. "Chekeni tu venye brother yenyu alikuwa hapa mlikuwa mnacheka. It makes me happy." And then after that, I felt something warm again. And I just turned and told my mom, "Mom, not again." And this time round, I knew I'm not going to make it. Actually, I was so sure.
Were you so sure?
No, the last time it was heavy. Now I've started again. How many liters of blood do I have? How many pints of blood do I have to lose? Yeah. And if they didn't capture the problem the first time, how sure I was that the second time they were going to capture the problem. Yeah. So I told Mom, not again. And my mom was shocked, and she was like, what? And then they looked down and they saw the blood flowing again. Yeah. We called the driver again, and we went back to the same hospital. Shock on me. When we reached to the hospital, this time round, I'm cautious. Kabisa, I know everything which is happening around me. And the gynecologist came and said, you know, Stephanie, this problem have gone for so long. I'm thinking it's not about the placenta. I'm thinking I have like 5 conditions I'm thinking that you have. One, you might be having uterus cancer. Yeah. Blood clotting factor. Actually, the blood clotting factor got me because I thought I gave birth the other day and I was okay. I didn't even bleed during giving birth, like of a bleeding, that is. Were you telling me I have a condition of blood clotting? What else did she say? I can't remember the other things, but by that time I was mad. I was mad because I knew they were lying. Yes, and they knew where their mistake was. And then she started saying they did a hemoglobin, what is it called? Yeah, hemogram. They did a hemogram and my blood was 3 pints. Yes, and they said now we can't attend to you because you need a blood transfusion and we don't have a blood bank. So we're going to refer you to Kenyatta Hospital, and then they're going to manage the other conditions that you might have. And I looked at myself. I'm going to Kijabe. Yeah, I said I'm going to Kijabe. He said, are you sure you want to go to Kijabe? I said, yeah, I'm very sure. That's where I want to go. And they said, are we going to get you an ambulance? I said, no, we have a car. I'm going to take the car to Kijabe. They said, no, you're not going to reach to Kijabe with a car. Even to Kenyatta, you can't. 3 pints of blood and you're still bleeding. No, you can't. We're going to give you an ambulance. Not to give, I'm going to pay for an ambulance. I paid 10,000, yes, for an ambulance. And we went to Kijabe. Yeah, on the way to Kijabe, I was just telling my God, please, God, don't take me. Don't take me, God, please, let me get to Kijabe. Actually, I was not saying, let me get well. I was saying, let me get to Kijabe. I knew my help was coming from Kijabe. I knew that. I knew when I get to Kijabe, I'll get doctors who will attend to me and I'll be good. So...
This is from Nairobi to Kijabe.
Yes.
And it's an emergency. You're willing to risk all that way,
yes,
that distance?
Yes, I was willing to. And my heart was telling me, yes, my problem will be solved at Kijabe. I'll get well at Kijabe. And my only prayer was, let me get to Kijabe. Let me get to Kijabe. That was my only prayer. So we went to Kijabe. On the way, I was pitching myself on the way. I didn't want to sleep because I was feeling like I'm sleepy. God, I'm sleepy. I want to just take a nap. But I was pitching myself. No, I don't want to sleep. I don't want to take a nap because I know if I take a nap, I'm not going to wake up. No, God, don't let me take a nap. I was pitching myself like this to make sure I wasn't sleeping. We reached to Kijabe. The response at Kijabe is good. Yeah. The best, I mean, yeah. I was taken direct to ultrasound and the placenta was 3/4 intact. Yeah, it was 3/4. I have the papers to show. I have the evidence to show 3/4 intact. Yes. And the gynecologist came, talked with me and told me what was going to happen. Yes.
What did she tell you was going to
She
happen?
told me there was a risk that we can take the uterus out. Yeah, because if the placenta might be rotten, it means the uterus might be. Yeah. And I started crying. I couldn't imagine. Yeah. They had to call me. I don't know. Hata sijui. Yeah, I knew I'll get a cure, but then losing my uterus was not part of the bargain. Yeah, they had to call my sister in to talk to me. And they talked to me, by the way, and they told me, Stephanie, you already have a kid at home, a small baby who is waiting for you. So the only thing we want to do for you is for you to get well and go back to that baby. Yes. At least to have a baby. Yeah. The gynecologist told me, actually, she was touching my blood with the grafts and saying it's not rotten. It wasn't smelling. By the way, I wasn't smelly. I wasn't smelly at all. So it was fresh blood. Yeah. I sent the papers to say that they can remove my uterus. Yeah, and to say if anything happened during the operation, it's okay. I was shaken. No, it wasn't my first time to go to theater. It was my second time. But this time round, I was aware what was happening, so I was shocked. I was in shock. I was fearing to go to theater. I don't know why. Yeah, I had those fears. And I was wheeled to the theaters, but they had to do the blood transfusion first because the blood was low kabisa. By the time we reached Kijabe, it was 2 pints. Yeah, it was 2 pints. Yes, I had to be put on oxygen because I couldn't breathe on my own now. By the time we were going to the theater, yeah, and I was put off kabisa. They didn't do the spinal injection. Yeah, I was given the one you sleep completely. Yeah, yes, completely. And I woke up 6 hours later. Yeah, it took 6 hours. Yes. And when I was recovered, I was in the recovery room. I had the blood transfusion on my hand. I'm blood B positive, and the B positive, I heard them saying it's slow. The flowing in was very slow. They had to keep on massaging my hand so that it can flow freely. Yes, I went to the wards and I started the recovery journey from there. My blood pressure shot up. Yes. I stayed for a week in Kijabe Hospital. Yeah, trying to get the blood pressure down. Yes. Even the mothers who were in the wards with me were laughing at me. Stephanie, unasema uko na mtoto? Saying, yeah, my baby is days old, because that was on the 17th or 18th day. Yeah, yeah, I have a small baby at home. Una maziwa?
You still didn't have any milk?
Nothing. Yeah, but the gyna told me that I couldn't get the milk because my brain was feeding the placenta. I had a 3/4 piece of placenta still intact. Yeah, still alive in my uterus. It wasn't dead, by the way. It was still alive in my uterus. So my brain was feeding the placenta, so it wasn't feeding a baby. Where would the breast get the milk? Yes. So my baby is bottle fed for 7 months. Yeah, none.
So you never got milk at all?
Not at all. I don't know how breastfeeding feels. Yeah, they denied me that chance, which I was waiting. I had everything for a newborn. I had everything, the breast pump. I had those things that the breast pads, yeah, for the milk. But I didn't get the chance. Yeah, but I'm lucky I'm alive. Yes.
So when you were signing those papers, you knew you might not wake up?
Yeah, I knew that.
But you woke up?
Yeah.
What was the first thing you did when you woke up?
I don't know. I think the first thing I did, I didn't even remember I had a baby. Remember, I didn't have a bond with this baby. Actually, I never developed that strong bond with my baby when she was small because I was in and out of the hospital. I'm not breastfeeding. I didn't even care for the baby. From day one, my mom was the one with the kid and my dad. Yes, bottle feeding her because I wasn't doing anything for the baby. I didn't breastfeed, so yeah, and I thought, at one time I thought my baby will never call me mom. Yeah, that was my thoughts because I didn't breastfeed her. I didn't care for her those first days. But we formed a tight bond with my baby despite not breastfeeding. Yeah, and she calls me mom. Yeah, when I woke up from the hospital, I just thanked God that I was okay. And then when they told me my uterus was saved, I'm not ready for another baby. I don't feel like I can give birth again. Not at all. It's a nightmare. Yeah, it's a nightmare for me to even think that I might be pregnant, God, I can die. It's a nightmare for me, but I was glad. I was happy. But I had told my mom, every time I left this house, I used to tell my mom, please take care of my baby. And then I knew my mom and my sister, I knew I had someone to take after my baby, so I wasn't worried as such. Yeah, I wanted to see my baby grow up, yes, but I wasn't worried that if anything happens to me, I knew my baby will be brought up well. Yeah.
So you think you were prepared to die?
The second time I was, yes. This one, I knew I was not making it. Actually, I knew. I actually knew. I even cried when I was leaving this house, telling my mom to take after my baby, take care of my baby. That one I knew. I was so sure I was not going to make it. Yeah. And I thank God I had a very good support system. My mom and my sister and my dad, actually, because the first time we left to the hospital, my dad was left with my baby. Yes. Bottle feeding her? Yes, changing her diapers. Actually, when I came out from the hospital, my dad was good at changing diapers than me. Even doing the bottle. Actually, he's the one who taught my sister how to do the bottle, how to mix the naan, how to wash those bottles, how to sanitize them. Wow. Yes. So I had a very good support system. Actually, sometimes I sit down and think if they were not there for me, I would have died. Not of the sickness, but maybe postpartum, it is called what? Yes, that one. Yeah. Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Wakati huo ndipo nilikuwa nimetoka kwa nyumba kidogo tu, lakini nikarudi juu sikuwa na waasha sana. Kurudi nikaingia hapa kwangu kwa room yangu. Nikasikia akiniita, "Mam, kuja." Na ukuje haraka. Fikira zangu nikafikiria ni mtoto amegonjeka. I thought that the kid was sick. And when I went to her room, nikamkuta amebleed sana sana. Nikastuka. Juu sikuwa nafikiria. For the 2 weeks we had stayed, nilikuwa nafikiria sasa hawezi kuwa na ugonjwa wa placenta ama placenta haiwezi kumsumbua juu nilikuwa najua what time it should take before someone becomes sick. Nikashindwa sasa nitafanya nini. Nikafikiria sasa huyu na kifo atakufa. Mimi nikastuka. Fikira zangu zikaona, I have lost a kid. This is the second born now going. Now what do I do? Nikafikiria sasa ile ya kwanza ni hospitali. Nikamuamsha, nikamuosha, nikaitisha driver ngari. Juu ngari ilikuwa yangu, nilikuwa najua itapatikana haraka. Within no time driver alikuwa hapa. Nikamweka kwa ngari. Kabla hatujaingia kwa ngari, hatua chache kutoka kwa nyumba akaniita. Akaniambia, "Mom, huyo mtoto umwangalie vizuri. Juu sasa sioni kama ninarudi. Nikamuuliza unaenda wapi na Mungu wako? Mungu wako utarudi. Kaniambia haya, uniombee na uniombee. Niombee sana. Nikamwambia kuomba na kuombea kila wakati. Ninawaombea nyinyi nyote. Kwa hivyo utarudi. Nina imani utarudi. Tukamweka kwa gari. Sasa nikaambia babake nitaenda na mtoto. Babake akaniambia hapana, nani mgonjwa? Ni mtoto mgonjwa ama ni mama yake? Mimi nikaona sasa tuharakishe. Kaambia driver any side pitia. Juu sasa hiki ni kifo. Nikamlalisha, gari ikaanza mwendo sasa. Tukaenda. Kwenda kufika junction ya road na Nairobi. Akaniuliza kama macho yake ni white. Nikamwambia hapana, juu sikutaka asituke ama aone kama anakufa. Sasa aliponiambia kama macho yake ni white, akaniitisha maji. Mama, nataka kunywa maji. Nikamwambia, "Ai, maji nitakupatia tukifika kwa duka juu nitakununulia huko." Akanyamaza kidogo, akaniambia, "Mama, nataka kunywa soda." Sasa nikaona hapa ni mwisho wake. Juu mtu akiitisha soda ama maji kila wakati huyo mtu, hiyo inakuwa mwisho wake. Sasa mimi nikamwambia nitakununulia. Nikaambia driver, enda bio kabisa. Tukaenda karibu na stage ya Kithurai. Tukakutana na polisi. Polisi akauliza driver, unaendesha hii gari yako anje? Matawa yako on na unaenda bio. Mimi nikatoa kichwa kwa dirisha. Nikamuuliza, ingia hapa kwa gari uone kile tumebeba. Ukiona kile tumebeba ndio utajua ni nini tunaenda hivyo. Nikaambia driver twende. Tukaenda na driver. Hatukumpeleka hospitali nyingine. Juu nilijua ya kwamba nikimpeleka hospitali nyingine hiyo itakuwa mwisho wetu na yeye. Pahali alipata mtoto. Kupatia daktari mgonjwa akasirai. Mtoto kusirai na mimi nikasirai. Vile nilijisikia wakati ule nilijisikia. Nilikuta patients wakiuliza na daktari wawili, nani ako na huyu? Mimi nikasema ni mimi. Nilikuwa nafikiria wanauliza huyo mgonjwa wako na nani. Juu sasa ninaona kama tuko na yeye. Nilijisikia nikiona kama tuko na yeye. Nikasema ni mimi. Wakaniuliza, ati wewe? Si ni wewe? Patients wakaniuliza, si ni wewe tunauliza uko na nani? Nikawaambia, ati mimi nilikuwa na mgonjwa, ako wapi? Madaktari wakaniambia, ako hapa, ni amekuwa okay. Ako uhai. Nikaambia nataka kumuona. Nikaambiwa mama kuja. Nikaenda, nikamkuta. Kuongea na yeye alikuwa anaongea kwa mbali sana. Lakini nilimkuta akiwa hai. Nilifurahia Mungu sana. Nikajisikia niko na nguvu kiasi. Lakini hata kama nilikuwa na nguvu kiasi, machozi yalikuwa yanatiririka tu. Nitoka nje nje ya hospitali nikakalia jiwe kwa pavement. Nikaanza kulia. Nikalia. Driver akaja. Akaniuliza kumeendaje? Kamwambia hapana. Mgonjwa ako sawa. Na ni kwa nini unalia? Kamwambia ni emotional. Juu nasikia kama yeye hajaamka, ndivyo akili zangu zinaniambia. Ni kama yeye hajaamka. Akaniambia na sasa unalia nini? Tulia. Nikaona driver ameenda kwa gari. Akachukua handkerchief, akajifuta machozi, akaja akaniambia mama tulia. He was a very good driver. Akanikam mpaka nikawa calm. Sasa nikarudi tena kwa hospitali, ndani ya hospitali. Sasa nikakuta ako kwa ward. Akaniambia, wewe enda umletee chakula. Sasa alikuwa sawa, alikuwa vile tulikuwa na yeye home, hakuwa mgonjwa hata kidogo. Wakaniambia kimbia home, umpatie kitu, ulete kitu kama unataka. Nikakimbia hapa home, nikakuta mtoto anaangaliwa na grandfather yake, hawana anything, anamlisha, anampuga diapers. Sikupata problem yoyote, walikuwa sawa. Mimi nikatengeneza chakula yangu, nikaenda mpaka hospitali. Nilikuwa nimeambia driver mpaka nimuite aende kazi. Mimi nikaenda nikampelekea chakula, akakula. Nikafika hapa kitu saa 6 hivi. Kaambia driver ningoje kwa stage anilete. Kuingia kwa nyumba, nikakuta mtoto ako sawa sawa, ni kama ako na mama yake. Walikuwa wamelala na guka yake, wako sawa kabisa. Mimi kuingia kwa kitanda, sikuweza kulala. Nilikuwa nasikia guka yake anaamka, anampatia maziwa, anamfunga diapers, aniuliza any swali, hakuwa ananiuliza any question. Anashughulikia mtoto wake kabisa kabisa. For the 4 weeks, alikaa na yeye bila any problem.
And now when you think about it, from the morning of your due date, everything that happened, what would you like to advise a new mother or a pregnant mother, especially a new mom for the first-time mom?
A first-time mom. I think the advice I can give, it's on the delivery room. Be aware of what is happening to you. If they say that your placenta has not detached, make sure you don't go from that hospital. You don't go home. Make sure everything is clear. I should have insisted. The moment I knew that the placenta detached and they did the manually thing, I should have known when you pull it, inakatika. Yes. Yes, you should know that. I should have checked. I don't know how, I can't tell how a placenta looks when it is fully removed, but maybe I should have checked. Maybe I should have seen what was happening, but then the medication that was put on me was so strong. I was drunk by the time I was leaving that labor room. So, but I think a new mother, a first-time mother, you should be very, very alert on the delivery room. Yeah, that's where the problem is, delivery room. Yeah.
And also, what will be your message to medics, especially those who help deliver, based on your own experience?
The only thing I can say is they should handle mothers well. They should not rush the delivery thing so that they can get another mother inside the delivery room. They should take care of everything, that they ensure that everything goes well. Yes, because I think maybe they were in a hurry to get me out of the delivery room so that they can get another mother inside there. Yeah.
Did you ever go back to that hospital to let them know maybe your feedback?
No, I didn't. I was very mad. I was very emotional. I don't think I could have handled them. Yeah.
Motherhood, 3 years.
Yeah.
How has it been?
Very enjoyable. I can't go back to the delivery day. No, actually I think I forgot, but still at the back of my mind it's there, but I can't compare. Yeah, I'll do it again for her, not another one. For this one that I'm seeing, I can do it again for her. Yeah, I don't regret anything about my baby, by the way. I lost so many things because of her, but I'm happy. And then I was prepared. I wanted this baby. And the best thing about this thing is because I wanted this baby. Sometimes I think if this pregnancy was a mistake, I don't think I would have come through. Yes. But being that I was ready for this baby, yeah, it has made everything easier for me. Yes. I love her so much. I wouldn't give anything for her. Yes, and I'm a single mother. And during that time, my mom was telling me, I'm so happy that I was with you. I don't know what would have happened if you were with someone else. No one can take care of you like your own mother. Believe you, someone else might have said maybe kujifanya ama. You never know, ama wouldn't have taken that like an emergency. Yes, but my mom took it like mzigo yake. Yeah, and I used a lot of money to recover. Yeah, a lot of money.
But it was worth it.
It was worth it. It was worth it. It was.
Yeah, so that is Stephanie Rose's story. I hope it has given you insights. Maybe you've had questions about what happened to this woman that I knew. You know, her pregnancy was good, her labor went well, she delivered nicely, but then after that, things just went wrong. Postpartum hemorrhage actually is the leading cause of death, maternal deaths in Kenya. And Stephanie Rose lived to tell her story. I hope you've been enlightened by her experience. And again, I want to urge as women, always listen to your bodies. Our bodies communicate to us a lot. They tell us a lot. If you sense that something is wrong, don't ignore it. Something just ticks wrong somewhere. Call for help. Call for help. Do not hesitate. Rush to the hospital. Just get there. And also, I hope it's been a learning lesson to our healthcare workers. We appreciate you, and we sincerely appreciate the work that you do. But also, let's also look out for women, for pregnant women, and the new moms. And I also want to thank Stephanie Rose's mom, who shared with us a glimpse into the experience she went through, the emotions she went through during that very difficult time. We appreciate you, Mama Stephanie Rose, and thank you again, Stephanie Rose, for sharing your story. And thank you too for watching this video. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. And in case, by the way, you have a maternal health, a birth experience, or a motherhood story that you'd like to share with us, to educate other women, to inspire other women, please write to me. My email address is this one here below. Write to me and I'll get back to you. Others, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.